Lo-fi Junimo Kart beats to clean your room to. I understand. Hey, both here. Thanks for dropping by. I've made some updates to my my channel points. I've given you guys access to TTS. Well, a TTS thing. Hold on. I gotta test to make sure it works actually. Hold on. Say something in TTS. This is a test.
This is a test.
Wow. Alright, it works. Cool. Now... Okay, no. Yeah, alright, it works. Perfect. It just didn't take points away from me because, right, I forgot I have infinite points. So I could do it as many times as I want. Now, let me see if it has spam prevention. That's something I have to test. Okay, no. Seems it does have spam prevention. Oh, it's on cooldown. I forgot it has cooldowns. Alright, cool. How long did I make the cooldown again? I forgot. I need to check. I hope I didn't make it like 10 hours because I'm a little shithead. I made it 3 minutes. Oh jeez. I wish I could make it 3 seconds. Alright, hold on, let me turn off cooldowns. Alright, there we go. For TTS anyway. Just don't abuse it or I'll probably turn it back on. Alright, here, let me test to see if it's got spam prevention. It does have spam prevention. It did not say A like 50 times. Alright, cool. So it does have mild spam prevention. That's good. That's really...
Look at me goat.
Hey, Soup. I'm actually really happy because that was the biggest reason why I didn't like using TTS on my older streams. Just, you know, because you'd always get that one cheeky bastard who'd pop in and just say, "Ooh, look at me go, penis, 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 ah 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 ah." Yeah. There's always that one guy who's got to ruin it for everybody. But thankfully, Twitch TTS has spam prevention. That's good. I'm happy about that. It means I don't have to worry about it. Now, I'm leaving it at 1,000 for now, but I might lower the price. I also added another channel reward, a message from the late Gilbert Gottfried. Don't use it yet. Just use it when we're playing. I'd rather hold on to that one. You'll want to use that one at a good time. You know, when we're actually playing the game. But 2,500 points for that one. Do with that what you will. Anyway, let me get Stardew Valley open. I hope... Okay, please tell me I have Stardew Valley downloaded. Please tell me I have it downloaded. I do. Okay, there it is. Alright, perfect. Otherwise, it would take me like 10 minutes to get that all set up. Alright, cool. Alright, as promised, here we are. 2 uninterrupted hours of Junimo Kart.
This is the shit I am thriving we eat.
Alright, just don't waste all your points. Because that will start getting expensive. That is 1,000 points. And remember, you only get 220 per hour. So, savor them. Alright, but anyhow. Here we go. This is Banana Man. played him for 2 years in a co-op save, but I do have Junimo Kart unlocked with Banana Man. Banana Man John is his full name, in case you were wondering. Now, I won't start the timer until we start playing Junimo Kart. I can't even go into the bar yet, so... But this is my house. It's a great place. I don't have a husband or wife yet, so that's it's whatever. But you know, can't have it all. I was planning on getting Sebastian as a husband, but we're not quite that far yet. And the only reason Emily is at highest relationship is because of this is a co-op save I did with Balthier, and he got Emily to highest relationship score. But yeah, this is our little farm. Balthier and I made this together. We did it because we're best friends. I'll let you guys hang out for 2 hours while Papa goes and plays Junimo Kart. Gotta wait till... I believe the bar opens at noon, so I'll have to find some way to pass the time till then. Alright, I'm not gonna bother milking the cows. I'm not playing for profit. I'm playing for... Oh, right! Fuck, I wasn't supposed to pick these. Shit. Those are for the bees. Damn it. Oh well. The mail. Where's too much fertilizer? Oh, thanks, Jody. Cool. Fuck you, Jody. I'm so ready for the karting. Yeah, me too. I'm so ready. We've also got TTS now, Ursa, in case you didn't notice. So, do with that what you will. I probably should add variants for the Oh, you need water. Hold on. It's Tiamat's bowl. That's our cat, Tiamat. We love Tiamat. This is my sap farm. Hey. What? Jehovah. Right, that's Jehovah. That's Zebradaya. One of these is Jack. And this is Obadiah. This is Charizard. This is Bilbo. This is Frodo. I knew that one. This is Slattern. This is Piccolo. This is Bombadil. There's one more. I don't know where she went. Where'd she go? I know we had 8 cows, or 8.
Look
Eight
at my
cattle.
reflecopter, it goes swaz.
You cannot get me to spend my 16k on TTS, but I know you'll just read everything I say out loud anyway. Alright, whatever. You got me. Ursa's figured out the secret code. It got drunk in the middle there. Well, yeah, you're telling it to say words that don't exist. Alright, well. Let's eat some breakfast. A single apricot. It's time to go to the bar. I'm still upset you can't just eat jelly by itself. That's the most upsetting thing to me. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'll have to wait another hour, but... It's good money in fishing. You can drink mayo. That's the upsetting thing to me. You can drink mayo, but you can't drink jelly. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Whenever, you know, like those hotels that have, you know, the morning breakfast and there's like the little jelly packets? I eat those. I think those taste great. And like, it's not gross because you're not just like taking jelly straight out of like the jar. It's a disposable thing that like you could just, it's like a snack. Scrumptious. The creature is known as some by sport force. I don't care. I don't care about Junimos. Yeah, drinking jelly would be gross. No, it isn't! Drinking jelly is just eating Jello. Grape jelly is just Jello but thicker. Alright. Here we are. That's Prairie King. Alright, Junimo card. Alright, I've never beaten progress mode, so that's what we're gonna start with. I'm setting a timer for 2 hours. It will only stop... Never. It stops in 2 hours. I will only stop playing Junimo Kart after that timer goes off. Fuck. Alright, off to a great start. You guys wanted this! I hope it was worth it. It's gonna be this for 2 straight hours.
Fun fact, you have to jump over the holes.
I never would have guessed. But see, Ursa, here's the thing. TTS, I can just hear that and get aggravated without having to look at chat. That's the advantage of using TTS on my streams. And like I said, I probably am gonna end up reducing the price. 1K does seem a bit steep, since you guys only make $2.20 an hour. Which is exorbitant, by the way. Also, you used the wrong form of holes. Here we go. Missed a coin. I don't care! The coins are not necessary.
Fun fact, die.
Alright, there we go. Extra life. Ah! Okay, let me tell you guys. Ask Balthier. I have actually just sat there and played Junimo Kart for 2 hours straight before. On our multiplayer save, like he'd be taking care of the farm, and I would just be sitting here playing Junimo Kart. Hey, because I wanted to beat it, but I never have, because it's too fucking hard. And I mean, this seems tame, right? No, it gets worse. For those of you that haven't played Stardew Valley before, it gets worse. I have 53,000.9 bones. Yeah, Volcano has even more. He's got like 3 million, I believe. Shit. Dude, when I did multiplayer, I basically just walked in the cave every morning. Oh yeah, that was Balthier too. I was the only person who actually took care of the farm. But once I found out about God damn it. Once I found out about Junimo Kart, I stopped playing the game. I just stopped playing the game. Nothing else mattered. I wanted to beat Junimo Kart. Is that a follow? Ah, shit! Adagun08, thanks for the follow. Welcome to 2 uninterrupted hours of Junimo Kart. Oh! Okay. Alright, we're still going. And when I say 2 uninterrupted hours of Junimo Kart, I mean it. Exactly 2 hours uninterrupted. I'm not gonna take food breaks, I'm not gonna take bathroom breaks, nothing. Was that Gilbert? It sure was. That's my new follow alert. Will I live to regret it? Potentially. But, okay, alright. Little background behind why Gilbert is now my my follow sound effect. I was like, last night, I kept rewatching a fucking Gilbert Gottfried cameo video, and I just could not stop laughing at all. And I was like, I just said over and over, "My cock is so happy." And I was like, holy shit, dude. How hilarious would that be if it was my follow sound effect? And I spent the entire time just laughing. I was crying. It was so fucking funny to me. It's there now. I've also added a few others, not just for follows, but you'll have to find those by yourself. I'm probably gonna regret it, but so far I still love it, so. But Adagun8, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the party. Don't let my calm disposition fool you. I'm known to what was I gonna say? I'm known to play horror games and strategy games. Stardew Valley is not a game I typically play on stream, but chat wanted to watch me play Junimo Kart for 2 hours, so this is what they're getting. He's losing it. No, I'm not losing it. We've only just begun. We're only 10 minutes in. Guys, we're only 10 minutes in. Alright? And look at that! We've got 6 extra lives! Sunset Speedway. Am I gonna... Okay, I thought I was gonna beat this on my first try. I actually have not ever beaten Sunset Speedway. This is justice. I did not try- okay. I did not try to sucker chat into anything. Alright, maybe I tried to sucker chat into spending all of their points, so I wouldn't have to, like, actually worry about making the point buying system economical. But there is no but. I will not apologize for my actions, because I am the streamer. I don't need to apologize for changing the system that Twitch allows me to change, and only me to change. Because God damn it. Okay, hold on. Gotta lock in. I also realize that if I don't beat Junimo Kart on my first try, subsequent attempts are going to go even worse. And then I'm going to start losing my mind. Because that's just the way it is. The first time you attempt something is always your greatest attempt. Every time after that, you should just quit. That's untrue. That is completely false. My Bread and Fred stream says enough about what I truly think about giving up. Never give up, chat. Oh! Alright. That's Sunset Speedway. Alright, what's next? Oh, that's it? Wow. I loved giving up in Bread and Fred. I didn't. Yippee! Woohoo! You beat Junimo Kart. Alright. Time for endless mode. Now to beat Lewis's high score. Okay, I wonder if I still have the stream of me playing Junimo Kart for like an hour and a half on stream. I lost my mind trying to beat Lewis. I won't. I'll do it on my first try. Watch. I will do it on my first try. I'm not gonna do it on my first try. I will openly admit to that right now. I am not going to be able to do this on my first try. That I should have died. That was cheating. Oh, this stupid whale. Give me that! Alright. It's another 10k. Alright. Oh, this level's easy. I think I got this in the bag. Ooh. Oh! Okay. Oh, please. Oh my god. Alright, come on. I'm about to 100% Junimo Kart. In the first 20 minutes of the stream. Oh, please. Yes! Oh, hell yes. Lewis's high score, beaten. Let's go for 100k. I guess you can stop playing now. Nope. 2 hours. You guys said 2 hours. You're getting 2 hours. Okay, no, this level sucks. This level sucks. All right, yeah, this level fucking sucks. Oh, Soup, you should join the club on impossible tasks that I do on my first try. Yeah, I'm sure Ursa's talked with everyone in this chat extensively on that one. Yeah, wasn't your first fucking try. It might as well have been. It was patently not. Fucking bullshit ass Mr. QI challenges. Mr. Key challenges. That's the dude in the Oasis, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't talked to him on this save, I don't think. Damn it. It took like 2 weeks at least. Alright, what Ursa is referring to is, Toho 11 1cc. I had 5 days to do that and failed. I'm seething. Oh, come on. You could always do that on your next save. But for those of you that don't know what Ursa's referring to, Toho 11, considered to be one of the harder games in the series. I 1cc'd it before Ursa did, and she will never stop being angry about that. And it will never not be funny to me. I'm just teasing you, Ursa. I will admit Ursa is better at Toho games than me, but it just so happens that... it just so happens that I decided to dedicate to one of the harder ones. That's the only Toho game I've 1cc'd, by the way. The other ones, I have yet to do so. Yeah, Ursa has 1cc'd more Toho games than me, but the only thing I have over her in that regard is the fact that I have 1cc'd Toho 11 before she did. That's my one. That's my one thing I can get away with. Oh, thank you. Shit, I'm sorry. I left my cup in one of my roommate's rooms. You know, okay, I can sense that Ursa, like, was typing out 2 paragraphs of rant. Raves, perhaps. Of anger and pure aggression. Until I said she's better than me at Toho.
I am the Markiplier is a better Let's Player. He loves to drink milk. He is so strong and sexy. I'm going to take a shit now.
Thanks for the Prime sub, Ursa. I'm going to be mad for the rest of the stream, but thank you. Thank you for the Prime subscriptioners. What the hell was that? Well, that was Gilbert. Obviously. What? You don't recognize the voice of Gilbert Gottfried? That is the funniest shit to me. I'm sorry. I might change it later, but it's the funniest shit to me. I spent like 20 minutes setting that up. So, anytime anybody uses a Prime subscription, specifically Prime subscriptions, that clip will play. There's a different one for regular subscriptions, but that one is for Prime subscriptions. I know it might be cringe, but it makes me giggle every time I hear it. Like, I'm not lying when I said, like, I was crying laughing last night, editing all that stuff together. Like, okay, to just, like, give a proper interpretation, it was like the first time I saw that stupid fucking cat image. You know the one. The one that I don't have to speak of. That's how hard I was laughing. Felt like I was gonna fucking die. And I don't know why it was so funny to me. Like, I've seen that video before. I've seen it a million times. I've seen every single Gilbert Gottfried cameo. But... I don't know. If you guys actually get sick and tired of watching me play Junimo Kart for 2 hours, I'm also open to just saying 2 uninterrupted hours of Stardew Valley arcade games. In which case, I can swap between Junimo Kart and Journey of the Prairie King at will. But, of course, I am completely down for playing this for 2 hours. And you know, I beat Journey of the Prairie King pre-nerf, so I am confident in my abilities to beat it post-nerf. We want this and only this. It has to be Junimo Kart. Alright. You're the boss. You would have too much fun talking about beating Prairie King. She's so right. You know, once I get started on talking about pre-nerf Prairie King, I just can't, you know, I just keep going. I just go on and on. For those of you that don't know what I'm on about, in the early days of Stardew Valley, there was a time when Journey of the Prairie King was impossibly difficult. And I call that the pre-nerf days.
Hey, did you know that I beat pre-nerf Prairie King? I beat it, aren't I cool?
Hey, you are pretty cool. Good job, Soup. Yeah, I'm like really proud of myself for that. Almost as proud as I am of myself for... No, I'm gonna let that go. I'm gonna let that go. But what do you guys think about the Gilbert Gottfried Prime subscription audio? My eyes briefly flash red before going. But bless Gilbert Gottfried. He was taken from us too soon. He was one of the few actors who actually felt like he belonged. Like I felt like he belonged on the internet. You don't know who Gilbert is? Gilbert Gottfried? The guy who played the fucking bird in Aladdin? You don't know who Gilbert Gottfried is? Okay. I'm not just surprised, I'm upset that you don't know who Gilbert Gottfried is. He played the fucking bird in Aladdin, and he played God in Smiling Friends. That was in fact his last role, playing God in Smiling Friends, which I think is poetic as shit. But he recently passed away, I believe, from gallbladder. I think gallbladder cancer. It might have been pancreatic, but it was some form of cancer, I believe. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was some form of cancer. They didn't put anything about movies or actors in my training data. Okay. Well, to be fair, I also know very few actors by name, mostly just by voice. Gilbert Gottfried was one of the exceptions. I don't know who Mr. Krabs' voice actor's name is, but whenever I hear him in a video game or TV show or movie, I'm like, oh, it's Mr. Krabs. I don't know his name. I don't know his actual name. The only actors I can name off the top of my head right now: Patrick Stewart, Ryan Reynolds, Gilbert Gottfried, Willem Dafoe, Seth Rogen. Yeah, that's all I got. Actors are just not something I keep up with. I'll always recognize their voices, though. Keep going. 10 more. Mariah Carey. Tom Kenny. Tom Cruise. I already said Seth Rogen. I'm actually fucking blanking. I don't do actors. Mariah Carey's a singer. She's acted before. Pretty sure, anyway. It's not her job, but she's done it before. Donald Glover. Donald Glover, that's one. I think that's 9. Shit. Logan Paul. Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They started as actors. No, they count. They count. They started as actors. They started as actors. They're YouTube content creators, but they started as actors. That was their job at one point, so they still count. You can not count them if you want, but I'm counting them. I'm counting them. God, I fucking Christian Stewart. Christian Stewart, that's another one. Fucking the guy who played Jack Sparrow. I fucking can't. Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, that's his name. His name's Johnny Depp. I'm losing my mind. Shit. I'm trying to like think of one that I haven't said yet. I had him in my head. I had him in my head. It was the guy who played it was the midget who played Tyrion Lannister in fucking Game of Thrones. Calling Gottfried a YouTuber is like calling Jack Black a YouTuber. It's like kind of tragic to listen to. No, I'm not. I didn't say Gilbert Gottfried is a YouTuber. I said he was an actor. I'm naming prominent actors right now, not YouTubers. I know, like, no actors yet. This still hurts me. This is tragic to listen to. Alright. Whatever, I don't watch movies, okay? I remember the characters that people play, not their... I remember their voices, not their actual names. It started in music comedy, then were famous actors, then did YouTube minorly. I never said Gottfried was a YouTuber. When did I say Gilbert Gottfried was a YouTuber? Oh, right, Jack Black. All right. Jack Black, right. He's an actor. Danny DeVito. There's Danny DeVito. There was another guy. He was an actor, but he was known for his comedy stand-up routines. Fuck, I can't remember his name. He was like a big guy. He was on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He wasn't a prominent character on that show, but he did have a cameo. And he also acted in other shows. I believe he was also in The Godfather. Aaron Paul. Sylvester Stallone. Is Drew Carey an actor? Jim Carrey. Tim Burton doesn't play in any of his shows or movies. He's only listing dudes. How did you list Jake and Logan Paul before Keanu Reeves? I didn't like John Wick, okay? Fight me. I didn't like John Wick or The Matrix. You know, in fact, I'm not even gonna put Keanu on the list. He's not on the list. You guys are asking me to list actors while I'm playing fucking Junimo Kart. John Wick was fun. John Wick was fun, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Alec Baldwin. That's another one. There's also... Wow. What's that guy's name? The guy who goes, wow. He played Lightning McQueen in Cars. Big nose. He's got a big nose. That's the mushroom guy from Hollow Knight. No, that's Waluigi. What was his fucking name? He's got a fat fucking nose, and he says wow a lot. You already beat the game. And you told me to play it for 2 hours. Like, I said we could play something else. I could play Prairie King. Then you said, no, you gotta play this for 2 hours. I gave you the out. You ignored it. Prairie King sucks ass. Alright, I will agree with you there. Prairie King does get old really quickly. He's still more notable than Jake and Logan Paul when it comes to acting. Well, okay, let me tell you, that actually depends... Okay, no, like, jokes aside, that actually depends on the kinds of stuff that you watched or were allowed to watch as a kid. Because my parents didn't let me watch violent movies when I was younger. I never got to see The Matrix, so I didn't know who Keanu Reeves was until John Wick. Unironically, I never knew who Keanu Reeves was. I knew who Jake and Logan Paul were before I knew who Keanu Reeves was. You know why? Disney Channel. So, you know what? No, I'm not gonna take your shit on that one. Because, yeah. I didn't know who Keanu Reeves was. I understand the conceit of the stream. He's the one complaining about having to talk about things.
Don't listen to the haters. Play Junimo Kart for 2 hours. THX blocks. Do not become a dirty liar and sell out.
I'm just like, okay, I'm just like in my head, like, I read that message and I'm like, he's complaining that he has to talk. Yeah, that is what I'm doing as a Twitch streamer. I started a live stream, I turned on my microphone, I'm like chatting with you guys, and I'm like complaining that I have to talk. Oh god. Okay. Fuck, what? No, okay. Okay, but what was his name? What was his name? The guy who played Tyrion Lannister in fucking... fucking... Game of Thrones. What was his name? What was his name? What was his fucking name? I think it started with a D? Dilbert Dotfried? Dobby. No. Who was the chick who played Hermione in Harry Potter? Last name starts with a D. I already said Kristen Stewart. Robin Williams. Robin Williams. That's one. I had to think of like, I thought of the Robots movie, and then I thought of Mrs. Doubtfire, and I'm like, oh yeah, Robin Williams. That's one. And then he also played the genie in Aladdin. Robin Williams. It was hit streamer Doug all along. I should play Dig Dug on stream someday. Peter Dinklage. Okay. Peter Dinklage. That was his name. We're not counting that one because, you know, somebody else said it. Why would you play Dig Dug? It's a retro game. Is it not? I wasn't swayed. Nobody told me to play Dig Dug. I just said I wanted to play it. It's a retro video game. What is the name of my channel, you fuck? It's also just Dig Dug. Emma Watson is a chick from Harry Potter, and the Christ Sophia as proclaimed by Jordan D. Alright, we're not gonna count Emma Watson then. Speaking of Watsons, fucking... What was his name? Who was the guy who played Watson in the Sherlock Holmes films? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I feel like I know this one. It has like 5 minutes of content at most. Hasn't stopped me before. How many minutes of content does Junimo Kart have, Soup? Get back to me on that. I can tell you it ain't 2 hours worth. We're about 30 minutes through so far. 2 hours apparently, currently 55. No. I started the timer. The timer's only been going for 39 minutes. We've still got an hour 21 to go. Fuck, what was... I'm trying to remember the name of the guy who played Watson in the Sherlock Holmes movies. The ones that had, the guy who plays Tony Stark. I don't know that guy's fucking name either. You know, I'm thinking about it now, and 2 hours is kind of baby numbers, huh? Yeah, I see people do shit like this for like 8 hours. 2 hours is not a lot. When it comes to streamers dedicating to the bit. Junimo Kart subathon. I'm not sure anybody would agree to that. You guys want to turn this into a subathon? Add a timer, and every time somebody subscribes, I add 5 minutes. Have I really sold out? Is that really what I'm doing? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna sell out to Junimo Kart of all fucking things. Watson was played by George Jetson. I told you not to fucking tell me! God damn it. 5 days straight of uninterrupted Junimo Kart. I'd have to, like... God, okay, I'd have to, like, get people to tag team with me for that kind of shit. I can't imagine 5 days of Junimo Kart. I need like 10 people to help me out with that. 10 people who are equally as committed to the bit as I am.
5 hours. Here we go.
Thanks for the 500 bits, but we are not... I'm not doing a subathon. We're not doing a subathon. The guy who played Tony Stark is Carlos Panda Gas. Oh, I know that's not true. I know that's not true. Chris Chamberlain. There's another one. Fucking... My name is Jeff. Yeah, that guy. Do you know who George Jetson is? that's the guy from the Jetsons, isn't it? Could be 2 if you play your cards right. It's not a subathon, I'm paying you $1 an hour. Oh, I can't breathe. Okay, no, I need to calm down before I need to, like, actually calm down before I start going into a coughing fit or something. Okay, I'm not gonna look at chat for a little bit, okay? Like, I don't want to start wheezing. Okay, calm down. It's not that funny. It's not that funny.
Go white boy, go. Buddy, it's not gonna go well for you if you try to ignore my offer.
I'm not streaming for 5 hours for $5. I'm not streaming 5 hours for the low price of $5. That's extortionate. Could be 10 though. $10 for 5 hours.
Name the man who voiced Homer Simpson from the hit TV series Los Simpsons. You can't run from US anymore, streamer boy. We are in your mind.
I actually can't remember the name of the guy who voice acts for Homer Simpson. But I also didn't watch The Simpsons, so... what I do know is that Bart was voice acted by a woman. Also can't remember her name. That's like the two... That's like one of the few tidbits I know about The Simpsons. Bart Rude. Bart Rude? I was about to like stop and put something on the side of the screen, but I forgot. I can't stop. I can't interrupt Junimo Kart. It's got to be 2 hours uninterrupted. The secret of Bart Rude. Emma Chamberlain. That's another one. Well, you could just not touch the controls. Okay, hold on, Okay, no, tabbing out pauses the game. Oh, that was just lag, chat. That was not an interruption. That was lag. That was lag. More actors. More actors. I was about to say the guy who voices Ice King, but I forgot that that's Tom Kenny. That's Tom Kenny. I've already said Tom Kenny. Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown. I think that's his name. Clancy Brown. That's the guy who voices Mr. Krabs. And he also voiced the detective in Detroit Become Human. I believe his name's Clancy Brown. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Clancy Brown. There's also the guy who voiced Plankton. I can't remember his name. I believe he was Asian. By the way, the guy who voiced Mr. Krabs, he voiced, like, at least half of the dragons in the first Spyro game, if you didn't know that. I sure as hell didn't. There's a little tidbit for your hat. Shit. There's also the guy who voice acted, the guy who voice acted for, I forget his name. Just realized my shirt is unbuttoned.
Check out this sick kickflip high up past or dust. Wow, wow, ow.
Kiefer Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland. He voiced James Sunderland in Silent Hill 2. There's also... I almost said Jack Black again. There's also... Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler, that's another one. I already said Jim Carrey. I already said Ryan Reynolds. He was like one of the first ones I said. Let me say, by the way, I did have a crush on Ryan Reynolds when I was younger. Not to say I don't still, but that's not important. Right. Chris? For some reason, the name Chris Hemsworth comes to mind. That doesn't... For some reason, that was like a name of an actor that came to mind, but I don't think there's an actor named Chris Hemsworth. It's Chris Hansen. That's one. That's an actor, yeah. Oh, it isn't. It is an actor. Okay. I don't know why that name came to mind. Do you know who voiced Mario from the Mario? I do, and I've I've said, read, and, like, heard his name before, but for some reason, it's evading me right now. Probably because of how many fucking actors I've said tonight. Oh, I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I can't remember it. He was in the Mario movie. He cameoed as, like, Mario's dad. Oh, I'm actually mad at myself for this. Duh. I'm mad. I'm upset with myself. Fake gamer. I will remember it. I will remember it. I'm real shit. I'm gonna be so mad at myself if I can't remember it by the end of the stream. I want to say Don something? No, that's not right at all. I'm thinking of Don Cheadle. One was in the Mario movie, one lives in a pink house. One sends you to hell before you die. Well, the Mario in the Mario movie was, wasn't Chris Hansen. I almost said Chris Hansen. What is this riddle? Don Salieri. No, that's the guy from Mafia. Come on, oh my god, you can't have forgotten Mario movie Mario. I didn't watch the Mario movie. It's not Chris Hansen, though. It's not Christopher Walken. It was a huge meme. It's not Christopher Walken. Oh no. Oh no, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? There are actually 2 Mario movie actors you can name. Both played Mario. He's a fucking gay who got, not gay, oh my god! He was the guy who played, what's-his-face from Guardians of the Galaxy, right? That was the guy who played Mario, wasn't it? Or am I crazy? I might just be mixing up faces right now. Are those the same guy? I don't care, there's only one correct answer! Shit! Fuck, what was his name? It's at the tip of my tongue! It's like that scene in SpongeBob where he can't remember his fucking name. We threw out his name! I hope you guys understand it's not easy trying to think of, like, the one trivia that I never bother with because I don't watch movies or TV shows while playing goddamn Junimo Kart. The dude who stomps Koopas? I don't know his name. Don't know. Alright, can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend? I have my cell phone right here. Can I phone a friend? No. Okay. Can I call my mother? My mother? Okay, my mother doesn't watch movies either. She's like me. She does not watch movies. Okay? Can I call her? Can I call my mother? On stream, like right now. Actually, yes, but you have to keep playing Junimo Kart. Okay, I'm gonna call my mother right now. It's her day off, so I shouldn't be interrupting anything. Alright. Alright, I'm calling her. It's ringing. Hey, Mom. Hey. I'm live right now. I've got some people watching me. They're asking me trivia questions.
No.
They're asking me trivia questions about actors, and I don't watch movies.
Here right now, am I?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay.
Just-
Hi everyone.
Just no bad words, okay? But
Okay.
but they're asking me trivia questions about movies, and I don't watch movies. They're asking me who played Mario in the Mario movie, and I have no idea. If you don't know, don't look it up. But do you have any guesses?
In the live action one that goes animated.
No, the most recent one, the animated one that just came out, like a bit ago.
No. I do not. Not right off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, all right.
I know my father, the cable man, would be ashamed of me right now.
Yeah, they're all making fun of me for not knowing who he is because it was a big meme, but I don't watch movies, so I don't know what to tell them.
So who is it?
I don't know. They're not telling me. They refuse to tell me, and they're all upset with me that I don't know. But I'm not gonna look it up because that'd be cheating.
Correct.
Yeah. So, but thank you, Mom. I'm sorry to bother you.
You're not bothering me.
Alright, I'm gonna hang up now, but you have a good weekend. I love you.
Okay, well, I will give you a guess.
Alright.
Jurassic Park.
The guy from Jurassic Park? Which guy from Jurassic Park?
That's all I'll give you.
Oh! Alright. Love you, Mom.
I love you too.
Bye. Okay. Mrs. Stoat, ladies and gentlemen. It's Chris fucking Pratt! It's Chris Pratt! Oh no! Oh, I'm so sorry, chat. Okay, well, it was Chris Pratt. I knew it started with Chris. I knew it started with Chris, but I just didn't. But I need to remember who played, who voice acted for Mario in like all the video games. I need to remember his name. It wasn't John. My brain keeps going to Don. head keeps going to Don, but I could be completely wrong about that. I feel like Akinator right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, my mom and I don't watch movies. we're not moviegoers. We would much rather do literally anything else. Like, I don't know, play Junimo Kart for 2 fucking hours. Alright, let's see if I can actually hit 100k in Junimo Kart. Alright, never mind. Like, never fucking mind. Alright, we got 59 minutes to go. Neil Patrick Stewart. That's... Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart, yeah, that's the guy who was in How I Met Your Mother. Howard Stern is a music producer. Howie Mandel, he's more of a comedian than an actor. Okay, like, can you name who played Luigi from the 1993 Super Mario Bros. Movie? Okay, no, okay, actually, no jokes, I can't actually name... I couldn't name any of the characters from the old Mario movie, because I never watched it. And yes, I'm ashamed of myself for never having watched it, but... You know, movies like that don't exactly show up on Netflix. Like, that's the kind of movie I would have to do some deep diving to find these days. Unless it's on the Internet Archive. I feel like it might be on the Internet Archive. If it is, I'll probably end up watching it tonight. But I am a little ashamed of myself that I haven't already. I think it actually is on Netflix. I would be genuinely surprised if the 1993 live-action Mario movie is on Netflix, but... I also don't have a Netflix subscription, so there is also that. Okay, the TV in our living room goes unused for anything except for playing Hollow Knight. That's like the only thing I use the TV in our living room for. I use it for playing fucking Hollow Knight on the Nintendo Switch. And occasionally Darkest Dungeon. Mario's VA in the video games is Yuri Lowenthal. I know that's not true. I don't recognize that name. And I... Alright, like, you guys may think, like, I'm making a bit or something when I say I'm, like, upset that I don't know his name. But I really am. Like, it's disheartening that I don't know his name. Like, I feel an empty pit in my chest for not knowing it, but don't tell me. Because if you tell me, I'll feel even worse. Fuck. How was I supposed to avoid that? Ah, shit. He passed away, right? The guy who voice acted for Mario? Or is he still around? No, he's still alive? Okay. He's alive. Alright, thank God. I do still think it was really cool that, although he didn't get to play Mario in the movie, he did still get to play Mario's dad. So, that was cool, at least. It was like a send-off of sorts. Still need to watch the Mario movie, though. I know his name is something Italian, isn't it? I almost said patchily. I've been playing too much Junimo. My favorite Mario movie actor, Patchily from the Toho Project. Patchily Knowledge reprises her role as Big Titty Gandalf. Dude, I wish. I feel like Gandalf would have survived if he had just had, like, a huge rack. I'm not gonna be able to remember. Fuck, that is depressing. It's not like, okay, here's another thing. It's not like Mario or the series as a whole holds a very special place in my heart, but I just feel like, you know, it's one of those things that... Okay, so, alright, I'm about to like get real for a second here. But, like, history is a very important thing to me. Like, it's not something I pursue as, like, an occupation or anything, but history is a very, very important thing to me. And forgetting some very key elements of things that I'm passionate about, I find that very upsetting. And though I'm not big on Mario and hadn't really been much of a fan of it, I haven't even seen any of the movies or really watched the TV show aside from the memes. But, like, Mario's voice actor is a very big part of the history of video games. And I feel bad for just not knowing who he is. Or I know who he is, but I just can't remember the fucking name. And I feel terrible for that. It might be irrational for me to feel bad about that, but I just do. God, I remember, okay, here's another thing that I got irrationally sad about. Fucking... There was a Discord server. You know the Moyai? M-O-Y-A-I? It's just like a, it's a statue, it's a meme that you'll sometimes see in emotes and stuff. But there was a server that was dedicated to just Moyai emotes. They got hacked one day, and that server had been around for like, I think, 6 6 years by that point? 6 years worth of conversations, memes, links to social media and stuff. All of that was, like, instantly deleted. Gone, just instantly. I find that depressing. Like, that makes me really fucking sad. That's like 6 to 7 years worth of archived stuff, conversations, memes that have been shared, videos, funny moments, arguments, flame wars. Just gone forever. Never to be seen again. That hurts. And call me silly for thinking that that hurts a lot, but I just do. Basically the modern-day burning of the Library of Alexandria. It sounds like really fucking stupid and memey for me to say something like that, but that was exactly what I was thinking. Like, yeah, it may just be a pile of shit, but it means something to somebody, and now it's gone. Or it may have meant something to somebody at one point. And the fact I can't remember the name of the guy who voice acted for Mario for like 90% of Mario's existence, the fact I can't remember that pisses me off. And just makes me sad. Do you wanna know his name? I'm not gonna be able to get it off the top of my head. Just tell me. Nah, okay. Fair enough. I deserve that. But yeah, on that subject, it doesn't matter to me just how silly or stupid or irrelevant something is. If it's been saved somewhere, or talked about, or mentioned, if it's archived, if it's a piece of history, I believe it should be preserved, no matter how silly and fucked up it may be. CM Burns. Okay. Right, sure. Like, that's why... Okay, Twitch has this policy with, streams. If you're not a partner, if you're an affiliate, your streams can only exist... Your past broadcasts on Twitch can only exist for a total of 14 days. And you have to save them, or they will be deleted forever. Which, I think that's stupid and lazy. But... YouTube does it just fine, saving people's streams, but whatever. It's to try to encourage people to pay money to keep their streams, but all I have to do is just click a button and save the stream. I didn't know about that when I first started streaming, so there's upwards of like 200 live streams that I am never going to see again because Twitch doesn't autosave any of them. And I had naively thought that all of my streams would be available forever, and that I wouldn't need to click any buttons or anything. So, like, at least 3 to 4 years worth of live streams I'm never going to see again. I still think about that sometimes. I mean, they weren't particularly good. I wasn't really funny back then, but... A big reason why I like live streaming, in spite of the fact that I don't want to be paid money to do it, is, one, I like entertaining people, and two, the internet is a surefire way to ensure that you will be around forever. I mean, yeah, that's just the way it is. If you save something on the internet, unless somebody comes around and deletes it, it will be there forever. Until the internet dies or whatever. But, I don't know, I find a bit of comfort in just knowing that I made people laugh at one point, and there's a chance in the future that somebody will come across me, maybe like in a decade, and be like, damn, that guy was pretty funny. Or maybe like 100 years from now, when the internet is obsolete and it's just like, it's basically considered analog to whatever exists now, and somebody just looks at this and says, wow, what a fucking idiot. Damn, he's pretty funny though. Alright. Throw this one in the archives, Jeeves. I don't know. I find comfort in that. Call me crazy, but that's why I like to live stream. And why I hold history in such a high regard. Okay, I have to run to the pharmacy. It's Charles Martinet. Damn it. Oh, thank you, Ursa. You stay safe. Not anymore now, though. Now name the new one. Chris Pratt, whatever. Oh, you mean the guy who voices Mario in the new games? Oh, I have no fucking idea. I didn't even know that they got a new voice actor for Mario in the video games. I thought it was still Charles Martinet. Yeah, I actually had no idea that Charles Martinet was no longer the voice of Mario in the video games. I don't think I'll ever forgive myself for forgetting his name, but that's my irrational self-deprecation to keep to myself. Alright, we got 43 more minutes. 43 more minutes of Junimo Kart to go. Check. I'm trying to... Okay, I'm going back to, like, trying to think of actors. Bob Odenkirk. That guy played, he played Saul, and he also played the guy in Nobody. Bob Odenkirk, that's one. I almost said Steve Jobs. Steve Buscemi. That's one. No, Todd Howard wasn't an actor. He's just a video game designer, quote unquote. Allegedly a video game dev. Then there's also that guy who voiced the main character in Dying Light. Okay, fun fact by the way, the guy who voices the main character in Dying Light, he voices Crane. He voiced for like so many extras in regular show. It's uncanny. And I don't know why it took me so long to realize that. John Wilkes Booth. Why did that name come to my head? Probably because I'm thinking of John's right now. I almost said Joe Jonas, but no, he's more of a... He makes music, not movies. Of the Jonas Brothers. Famous actor Joe Jonas of the Jonas Brothers. Okay, here's a serious question. Would Dwayne Johnson, I know he was like in his heyday mainly a wrestler, but I feel like he's better known for acting than he is for wrestling. Like he did a lot of wrestling back when wrestling was super popular, right? But I don't know. I feel like people know him more for his acting than for his wrestling at this point. So would Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson count? Because I know you guys are being picky, like they weren't mainly an actor. I feel like Dwayne Johnson counts as an actor. He was in a lot of movies as like a leading man. Name all 3 Jonas Brothers because I can't remember the third one. There was Joe Jonas. I only know that one. Joe Jonas. Was there Harry? Joe Jonas Bizarre Adventure. No, I'm thinking of Harry Styles. I'm thinking of One Direction. Dwayne Johnson is known as an actor by Gen Z. Different generations have different perspectives. I did know him as a wrestler before I knew him as an actor. But that was mainly from the WWE video games. I wasn't allowed to watch wrestling. I was allowed to play wrestling games, though, apparently. But, okay, you know, televised wrestling is in of itself a form of acting, though, isn't it? Like, because The Secret got out years ago. Wrestling is just acting. He was a video game character made real all along. Yeah, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was a video game character. He came to life. Yeah, I think I'm fresh out of actors. Christopher Nolan. That's another one. But, the guy who voice acted for Snake in the Metal Gear Solid series. What was that guy's name? I don't know. But you guys, okay. I think I've gotten bored of naming actors. Can you guys think of some other form of trivia that I can do? Fun fact, Snake was played by a real snake. Yeah. I did know about that. Can you guys think of any other trivia subjects that I can do instead? List as many video game characters as you can and rate their names. Okay. First and last name? Do I have to give their first and last name? If they, like, have a first and last name, of course. Okay. If they have one, yes. Okay, well, first off, Hattie Haddington. That's, from me, that's an 8 out of 10. You know, he's got a big hat. He wears a really sick-looking hat. And he's a gentleman. Hattie Haddington. I like him. I like that name. It's not perfect though. If he had like it's had like something attached to it, like Hattie Haddington Esquire the Third, I think that would have made it a lot better. We all love Hattie. Yeah, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. Close to perfect, but not quite. Also, I'm pissed off that Hattie had to die at the end. So that, you know, that may be affecting the score just a little bit. But, Snake. Solid Snake from, Metal Gear Solid. His name is actually Jack, but we're never told his last name. But Solid Snake, excellent code name. Very funny innuendo, haha penis. Give that one a 9 out of 10. I think Rock Solid Snake would have been even better. But maybe I'm just like really immature and childish. That's just me. That's just my opinion though. Describe all of the Final Fantasy games you can. Okay. Well, you mean like describe the lore or like the gameplay? And do they have to be mainline Final Fantasy, or can they be spin-offs? Sorry, my ears just needed to pop for a sec there. I didn't even see that one. Probably because I keep looking away at chat. Yeah, I need the parameters for this challenge. Is it just lore, gameplay, or everything? Because if you ask me to describe everything about every Final Fantasy game that I know, we're gonna be here a while. Well, I guess we are already kind of stuck here. I suppose that doesn't really matter in that case. Get into as much detail and personal experience as you want with games called Final Fantasy. Okay. So, Final Fantasy 1, my favorite in the series, actually. Final Fantasy 1 is a game about 4 unnamed, or soon-to-be-named heroes. Heroes of Light, as they're called, or Heroes of the Crystal, depending on who you ask. Each of them have a differently colored crystal. One for earth, one for water, one for fire, one for wind. And they can be any class you want of 7. I believe there's 7 choices. Yeah, there's fighter, there's thief, which some may mistake as rogue, but it's thief. There's fighter, thief, red mage, white mage, black mage, monk. I can't count. That's 6. Is that 6? Yeah, it's 6. Fighter, thief, white mage, black mage, red mage, monk. Okay, yeah, that's 6. So there's 6 classes, each of them good at their own sort of thing. You know, the fighter is proficient with all melee weapons and has the highest attack and defense stats, and can use any weapon, any armor, does not matter. The downside about the fighter is that they tend to be slow and have no access to any sort of magical abilities. And though they are proficient with every form of melee weapon, they are mastered in none of them. The fighter can be upgraded to either the knight or no, just the knight. Yeah. In Final Fantasy 1, the fighter can be upgraded to the knight, which allows the fighter to use white mage abilities. A few white mage abilities. Not very many, mind you, but a few white mage abilities. The thief is a... Well, like I said, sometimes confused with rogues. They can wield most small one-handed bladed weapons, and some long one-handed bladed weapons. So things like the rapier, or a dagger, or what have you. But the rogue cannot wield any heavy weapons, they can't wear any heavy armors, and their health and defense stats tend to be much less than that of the fighter. However, the rogue does tend to be the fastest of the party, and tends to be more accurate than the fighter or the monk. So this allows the rogue to excel in item usage, fleeing from battles, and things where it would be better for you to, get that out of the way faster, The thief can be upgraded to the ninja, which is faster and deals more damage than the thief, has a higher attack stat and higher attack stat upgrades. And unlike the thief, the ninja can cast some black magics. So it gives the thief more options as they level up. Then there is the white mage, who has access to all forms of white magic. They tend to have very bad attack and speed. However, the white mage does excel slightly in its HP and defense pool compared to that of the black mage. The white mage can upgrade to the white wizard. I believe it was white wizard. Yeah, white wizard. Which gives them access to even more powerful white magics. And increases their mana pool exponentially. If we're playing the Final Fantasy one that uses the mana system. Of course, there are two versions of Final Fantasy one that uses mana and one that uses spell slots, similarly to Dungeons & Dragons. But then there's also the Black Mage. Now, the Black Mage of all classes has the lowest HP pool and the lowest HP upgrades. However, the Black Mage has a higher attack stat, has a higher base attack stat than that of the White Mage, but also suffers in his defensive stats. The Black Mage, however, does also tend to be faster than the White Mage. Of course, I need citation on that one because I have not confirmed that myself yet. But I'm pretty sure the Black Mage is faster than the White Mage, statistically. But upgrading the Black Mage gives them access to the more powerful black magics. Ones that may cause debilitating status effects or powerful AoEs. The Black Wizard still suffers with a rather low HP pool and low defensive stat. However, the big difference between the Black Mage and the White Mage is that the Black Mage is capable of using some bladed weapons, like the dagger, for example. While the White Mage is confined to only being able to use clubs, cudgels, or hammers. The Black Mage isn't restrained as much as the White Mage is. Now, the Monk is a very special case. The Monk excels with the usage of staffs, nunchucks, and bare-handed combat. The Monk is, like I said, a special case in that their attack stat is determined by... Oh, the formula for it is determined by... Sorry. I gotta stop drinking soda. But their attack formula is determined by what weapon they're wielding. The damage potential for a monk is raised to a much higher degree if the monk is not wielding a weapon. The formula favors a higher damage maximum if the monk is not wielding a weapon and simply using their bare hands. However, if the monk is using a staff, their damage maximum is lowered a bit. However, their damage minimum is raised. This makes for more safer attacking, as you're more likely to get a higher number as opposed to a lower one, but your maximum, of course, won't be as high as it could be. Now, the monk, I don't actually remember what the monk transforms into. The monk transforms into the master. Now, the master is basically just the monk, but better. Not much in terms of kit changes with the monk when he turns into the master. But, of course, the monk makes up for the fact that he possesses no magical abilities and no particular proficiencies, with the fact that he has the highest HP, attack, and defense gains in the game. This makes him a bit of a one-trick pony. He's meant for attacking and not much else. Now, with the characters out of the way, let's get more into the gameplay and the story. So, after you make, you have to pick 4 characters. They can be whatever class you want. You can name them whenever you want, or you can just not name them at all. If you know, hack the game and make it to where the characters don't get names, but... You pick whatever classes you want for your characters, and you can start the game, and you'll start right outside the town of, Corneria. And, now, you can either walk into Corneria once you spawn in, or you can just, walk around and explore. Now, of course, you'll have to go into Corneria eventually, because the bridge is broken, and in order to fix the bridge, you have to accomplish a quest for the King of Corneria. Now, that quest, you might be asking, what would that quest be? Now, that quest is to defeat the loathsome Garland, a knight dressed in purple, dark purple armor, who had kidnapped the king's daughter, and is holding her for ransom so that he may control Corneria. He's a powerful knight, and you'll need to do a bit of grinding if you're not really confident in your ability to defeat him, but he's not too difficult to a first boss. Now, combat in Final Fantasy I, it's turn-based. It's your classic JRPG and the JRPG formula. Each character gets 1 action. They can attack, use an item, run away, use magic, one of those 4. Now, notably, there is no defend option in Final Fantasy I. Such an option wouldn't come around until Final Fantasy II. But in Final Fantasy I, attacks are thrown in either direction in the order at which characters are chosen. Now, at the start of the round, once everybody has chosen their action, the agility formula is put into play to decide who will go first and who will come after them. It's a roll that is made, and whoever has the highest agility stat tends to be the one who goes first, but of course there are certain exceptions. Such as, if a character is casting a spell, they are almost guaranteed to go last, as spells take time, but this is an entirely different formula that I'm not going to get into, because I don't actually understand it. But, all the characters will attack one another, defend, use items, run away or die, etc. And after the battle is won, every character who is still standing gains XP, and the party as a whole gains money. And then the game will determine if the party members have gained enough XP for a level up. If they have, their stats will increase. Now, of course, Final Fantasy I is a bit strange. It's kind of like Earthbound in that your character's intelligence, strength, wisdom, etc., those stats are increased. Instead of, like, raw attack or defense or what have you. And those stats are put into a formula to affect your attack or defense stats. I'm not sure why they went for that, but I'm sure they had their reasons. So after defeating Garland and returning the princess to the king will understand that you are, in fact, the warriors of legend, the warriors of light. The people who will return order to the land, the world. And he demands that the bridge be repaired. And the party will be able to cross at that point. After which a cutscene will play detailing your adventure thus far. Also sort of similar to Earthbound and Mother 3. But, in terms of main lore, I don't actually remember the name of the place where Final Fantasy I takes place. Presumably Earth, but I'm not that keen on the deep lore. But shit, I had something in my head. Lost it. I had like a big rant I was gonna go on. I gotta think. Right, okay. The story of Final Fantasy I. So, I had neglected to mention at the start of the game, when you finish making your characters, the world is described to you. The winds have stopped. The world has begun to decay, and the ocean has, you know, it's still. Basically, for lack of a better term, the elements have essentially disappeared. The elements of wind, fire, water, and, of course, the earth. Now, this is because Garland and the four fiends who... Tiamat is one of them. Tiamat, I believe, is the wind fiend. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's the wind fiend. Then there's Kraken, who is the fiend of the ocean, fiend of the seas. Then there is... I actually can't, for the life of me, remember the name of the fiend of fire. Alright, I'll come back to that one. But then there's... I can't remember the fiend of Earth either. Shit. Wow, I'm not caught up on Final Fantasy I lore. I'm not caught up at all. Shit. But anyway, those four fiends, alongside Garland, the Knight Garland, not Jack Garland, sealed away the power of the crystals, and essentially removed the elements from existence. Or at the very least, weakened them to the point where it has sent the world into decay and disarray. People can't drive their boats anymore. Monsters roam all around. The wind no longer blows. etc. So the world of Final Fantasy I is quite bleak, but it's very freeform in terms of how you can create your party at the start of the game. And Final Fantasy I also does not hold your hand very much. It's very much in the classic formula of you have to figure out what you're supposed to do. And that can be aggravating at times, because the puzzles and secrets in Final Fantasy I can be a little hard to find sometimes. Such as the ability to open the map. That's not something that's taught to you at the start of the game. It is a secret spoken to you by a broom, a moving broom, backwards, that tells you how to open the map and be able to navigate around the realm without needing to use your memory. Anybody could easily miss that. I know I did. But Final Fantasy I does not hold your hand. You very much have to make your own way and figure out everything yourself. And it is my favorite in the series for that. Although it's a point of contention for most other fans of Final Fantasy. They do like it when the story is more linear and coherent, and easier to follow along with. People don't like getting lost. But personally, I feel like that adds to the charm of Final Fantasy I. And for first-time players, it definitely adds much more playtime. Perhaps unnecessary playtime, but playtime nonetheless. Final Fantasy I is also a lot more difficult than current generation of Final Fantasy games. It is much less forgiving. It is expensive to revive party members, and until a certain point in the game, party members can only be revived at towns for a hefty sum. Some fights in Final Fantasy I are also unavoidable. Unavoidable and tend to not have much, scripted fights anyway. Tend to be unavoidable and not have much, warning beforehand. One's mind might go to, the captain, I forget his name. But the captain of the ship. You have to fight him to steal his boat to be able to progress the game. But of course, you are not warned of this beforehand, so talking to the interesting-looking pirate tends to lead to an easy but very... It's a fight you can go into without preparation, at low health, or perhaps with most of your party members dead. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So, Final Fantasy I in and of itself, if you know where you're going and what you're doing, you can beat it in as little as 15 hours. But on a first-time playthrough, if you're trying to experience everything, it can stretch on for as long as perhaps even 100. If you're exploring all of the map and just trying to see as much as you can. Which, of course, even I still try to do, even after having beaten Final Fantasy I twice now in my lifetime. I haven't beaten it recently. That was back when I played it on my iPhone. Back when iPhones still allowed emulation, which I'm gonna... Okay, you know what? No, alright. Scrap the Final Fantasy bit. I'm done with that. I'm gonna rant about how I fucking hate Apple. Alright? And I used to be dedicated to iPhones, okay? I used to like iPhones. Do you know why I used to like iPhones? The reason why was because iPhones were very, very easy to emulate video games on. Like, you know, like GBA games, or DS games, or even PS1 games I could emulate on my iPhone, and it ran really well. They tended to run really well. Game Boy Color games, fucking... Not GameCube, I could never get GameCube working, but... Yeah, I could play any emulator under the sun, aside from GameCube, on my iPhone. But then, lo and behold, I believe it was 2015, Apple removed all support that they had for emulators. Emulators are not supported on iPhone anymore. If it can't be on, you can't download any from the App Store. You can't you can't crack it. You can't get it onto your iPhone without cracking it, which, you know, avoids the warranty and is technically illegal, but you can't do that on iPhone anymore. So once I figured out about that, iPhone lost all my respect. That was the only reason I liked iPhone. I don't care about cameras. I don't care about audio quality. I don't care about video quality. I care if like, I can use this phone for what I want to use it for. If I can't use it to emulate video games, what's the fucking point? I'll read that in a second once I finish this level. That's why Apple was sued for being a monopoly and is being forced to allow external app stores in Europe. Now, unfortunately, emulation is still not allowed in the US on Apple phones anymore. And even if they did, I still wouldn't switch. Android has allowed emulation forever. Now, of course, I can't emulate anything I want on an Android like I had with Apple, but at least it's something. But no, like, seriously, the only reason why I hate iPhone now is just because they removed emulation. Like, what the fuck? That was badass. Why would you get rid of that? I could experience some of the oldest and most fun and heartwarming video games of my childhood on the go, whenever I want. Fuck you, Apple. It is, actually. Oh, it is? Okay, well, I still hate Apple. I'm not rescinding that, because they still took it away. They took it away at one point. Okay, no, I'm not done with Apple. No. Apple, get your ass back in here. So, another thing, I'm about to do the obligatory cell phone rant. Generations do not fucking matter for phones. Like, okay, no, I've actually tested this before, right? So, you see this? I'm about to show you something. You see the back of my phone? It's got like 3 cameras on it, right? So, I have experimented. This phone, right? This phone is like 7 generations behind. Surprise. It's 7 generations behind compared to current Android and Apple phones. So, I was with my sister at the family reunion. Was it my sister? Was it my sister or was it my niece? Anyway, that doesn't matter. It might have been my niece, but I can't quite remember. So, somebody at the reunion, somebody related to me, was using an iPhone, one of the closest, maybe like 1 gen behind or current gen, a very recent generation of iPhone. And I was like, hey, you know, it's been a while since we've seen each other. How about we take a picture together? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. And I asked another member of my family, like, hey, yeah, could you take my phone, just go ahead and take a picture for me? And she was like, yeah, do the same for me. And they took our picture. It was very nice, very nice. So, I was looking at both of the pictures. My phone, again, 7 generations behind. Her phone, close to current or current. It's the same fucking picture. I need say nothing else. Corporate needs you to find the difference between these 2 pictures. They're the same picture. It was basically that. I will never understand. Okay, so like, obviously not as many people fall for the trap of upgrading their phone every year, like people used to. But I will never understand how people fell for that to begin with. Like, it is no different. Now, what I will say, okay, credit where it's due. Photography and video making using phones has improved. I will give credit where it's due. It has improved over the years. It hasn't improved over the last 5 years, mind you, but it has improved since the first few generations of phone. I think in this is a non-Apple user that Apple cameras actually have better zooms. Alright. I almost paused the game. Oh, that would have been terrible. We're only 5 minutes away from finishing. I almost paused the game. Okay. No, I'll show you in a minute here. My phone can zoom up to 32 times and still be crystal clear. 7 generations behind. Still crystal clear. Apple admitted to push updates that slow down performance on older models to push sales. Yeah, I mean, like, how people still support Apple is beyond me. But, of course, this is a rant that every content creator under the sun has made at this point. Apple is scummy. Now, I'm sure Android isn't much better, but I would say they're still better, from what I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll stick with Android before I stick with Apple. Here's another thing. I've had this Android phone for, I think, 3 years now. The battery still works like the day I got it. That Apple phone that I had been using, the one that I lost emulation, I had that for like 2 years, 2.5 maybe. Battery would not hold charge worth a shit. Like, I would charge my phone to 100%, I'd like stuff it in my pocket, head off to school, I'd get to school 2 hours later, check my phone, what time is it? Battery low, 20%, low power mode engaged. Excuse me? I haven't even turned you on yet. How are you almost dead? Okay. Then my phone will die before even another hour passes and I just haven't touched it. Yeah, Apple batteries will always be dog shit in my eyes. Shit. But yeah, I'll always be an Android user. Never Apple. Never. Android might not have as many functions as Apple, but I find Android to be a lot more reliable. My current Android phones have been cracked to hell for pretty much the entire time I've had, and works fine, and Apple would be dust. Yeah, Apple phones also are built to break. I've got a few scratches on my Android, but no super big cracks. And I've dropped it plenty of times at this point. I'm happy it hasn't broken, because I still haven't finished paying it off. I know we're well past Final Fantasy 1, but the Earth Fiend is Lich, Fire is Marileth, and the Pirate is BK. Okay. Right, BK. I agree with you, though, about iPhones, though. Planned obsoleteness with a brick you can't modify without voiding the warranty. Honestly, it all started with me. It all started once they removed emulation. I don't care if they brought it back. That was the beginning of the end for Apple with me. And you want to know another funny thing? So, that phone was bought for me by my stepfather. It was very kind of him to get that phone for me. And he was paying the phone bill as well. When I found out emulation was no longer allowed on iPhone, I went nuclear. And I said, you know what? I'm paying my own phone bill. Come here. I'm buying my own phone. I'm buying my own phone. I'll pay my own goddamn phone bill. I don't care if I go bankrupt. I'm not having an Apple phone. This phone fucking sucks. It keeps dying. I don't want it. Emulation was all you had, Apple. It's gone now. And I bought my own phone, and I started paying my own phone bill. My parents got pissed off for some reason that I was, like, paying my own phone bill. And, like, I thought they would be happy about that. Like that. I thought like, oh, he's taking responsibility. He's paying his own phone bill. But that's a rant for another day. A shitty little iPhone was the first electronic I ever jailbroke and then played the fuck out of Minish Cap. Minish Cap is fire though, I'll say that. Minish Cap, that was one that my brother, my half brother had gotten me into when I was just getting into emulation. I also played the shit out of Harvest Moon for the Game Boy Color. That was a great time waster. Many an hour I wasted playing Harvest fucking Moon for the Game Boy Color. Alright, we've got... Oh shit, I think the timer was supposed to go off. Yeah, no, it says timer for 2 hours. The timer has ended, but for some reason it's silent. Alright, I can close out a Junimo Kart, but alright. Chat, I'm gonna give it 2 more attempts. I'm gonna try to beat my high score. I'm gonna like lock in here. I'm gonna try to beat it. I can interrupt the Junimo Kart now, but I'm gonna give it 2 really good tries. Because I've been sort of like distracted lately. But I want to see if I can beat my high score and maybe get to 100k. Alright, locking in. Swap to streaming Minish Cap. I don't know. You've been playing for so long you cannot live outside Junimo Kart anymore. Hey, see, like, okay. I was honestly going into the stream thinking like I'm not gonna enjoy this. This is gonna suck. But I realized like, yeah, it was really easy for me to get stuck in playing Junimo Kart for 2 fucking hours when I was playing multiplayer Stardew Valley. Because I don't know, I really can just, like, play this game and let my brain stop working. It's kinda... It's not fun. It's not particularly fun, but it's, like, it's calming. It's stimulating, sort of. I'm stimming right now. Alright, it's getting difficult. I'm not gonna read chat until I finish a level or die. Alright. Getting close. Oh! Holy shit, I should have died to that. Alright. We're close to beating the high score. Here we go. Just gotta beat the slime. Oh, we're close. Oh, we're so close. Come on. I might not get all the fruit, but we're close. Yes! Alright, that's the high score. Alright, let's go for 100k. 100k. Oh, fuck this level. Alright, nope, this ain't happening. Oh, I hate the mushroom level. Oh, it's short. Okay. The level's actually almost done. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Alright, 100k, 100k, here we go. Oh, shit. Locked in. I almost didn't make that. Alright. 100k. Alright, keep going, keep going. Just beat this one. No! Ah! Well, that's 100k. Oh, and look at that! Only 30 minutes have passed in-game! You can still do some farming! Alright, but I'm gonna play Journey of the Prey. Imagine being Lewis right now. Yeah, he's like fuming. I almost forgot that we were playing Stardew Valley. I mean, what the promise 2 more attempts mean is that means 2 more hours of Junimo Kart. No, that's enough. Fun fact, in multiplayer Junimo Kart, time still moves if one player is in Junimo Kart and the other isn't, meaning I had to keep playing Junimo Kart so Stowe wouldn't pass the fuck out in the bar from playing Junimo Kart. It's the closest you can get to forcing someone to play Junimo Kart. Ugh, what is this lesser game? I don't know, it's something about farming? Farming or something? I don't know. But I don't know if I want to play Minish Cap, really. I kind of wanted to give Fear and Hunger another try. Because I validated the game files, and it's more stable now. And hopefully won't crash. Like it did last night, but... I don't know. Maybe. It's something I'll have to decide on. I would like to at least get my plants all watered. Yeah, I got Fear and Hunger validated, like I said. So ideally it shouldn't crash like it did last night. But regardless, I'm gonna play Fear and Hunger 2, but I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna be super conservative about my saves. I'm gonna just try to save when I've made a decent amount of progress. Valid, valid, valid. Alright, fuck you guys. I'm surprised nobody's redeemed the Gilbert Gottfried channel point thing yet. I suppose it is 2,500 points.
Hey, Mr. Beast, I just ate some of your Mr. Beast burger, and let me tell you, your burger makes for a better fleshlight than food. I've spent the last 20 minutes fucking the shit out of this burger, and it feels great. My God, he's so happy. Thank you, Mr. Breast.
Rest in peace, Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert, that was so valid.
Alright, that was a good one. I'll give you that. That was a good one. Bless you. Bless Gilbert Gottfried. Alright, but... bedtime in Stardew Valley. Let's play some Fear and Hunger. Oh, don't worry. Oh god, it's a carpet bombing! Mystery boxes can now be found. Wow, those are really not worth a lot, huh? Alright. Let me open Funger now. I don't think the TTS worked for that one. Weird. Alright. Closing the game. Exit the desktop. Alright. It's Funger time. Cloud error. You know what? Good. Oh, I see.